Good evening, Crimson Tide Nation, and welcome to the 58th edition of the Alabama Crimson Tide Live call-in show from yours truly, Jackson Johnson, and my partner in crime, Jeffrey at Only Talk Sports, as we discuss our takes with the Alabama Crimson Tide with all of you as we take your calls discussing the Crimson Tide, all right here on Alabama with the Voice of College Football as we go over our final takes on Alabama, Oklahoma. And let me tell you something, folks, it's going to be a wild ride. How you doing tonight, good buddy?
Doing great, Jackson. Excited to be back for the 58th edition of the Call-In Show. Got a lot of stuff to talk about as the college football regular season starts winding to a close. Sad. It is sad. It's always sad when it gets toward the end of the season. But you know what? We still got a few great weeks left. And obviously, bowls, conference championships, playoffs. There's a lot of football left in the NFL. But I'm excited to talk about all of it because from the Alabama perspective, Alabama, we know the shaky win over LSU. I mean, we pretty much dominated them, but it wasn't the prettiest win. But we've got a massive showdown. You can argue whether this game is bigger or Georgia-Texas, either or, because they're pretty much the exact same game. You've got the home team with one loss, and with a loss would still be in the playoffs for now. And then the team on the road has two losses, Oklahoma and Texas, and they have to win to get in the playoffs to keep their chances alive. So both games are pretty much games of the week. Oklahoma-Alabama is a massive game. We know what happened last year. We cannot have a repeat performance against Oklahoma as we did last year. But we're at home and at Bryant-Denny with DeBoer. He's undefeated. So that's good news. But definitely want to hear from the callers, see how they feel about this game. Because I know I think we're pretty confident. I don't know your score, Jackson, but I know I've got Alabama winning.
I'm glad you asked the scores that I've got. I've got Alabama winning 24-21. And Josh Baller on Monday said 28-17 for Alabama. Chad Smith, who joined us on Monday night, said 26-23 Oklahoma. Tierney said 23-20 for Oklahoma. Trevion said 21.
That's some bias right there. I'm sorry, but that's some bias right there.
That's okay. And Parker Thune, who joined me on Tuesday night, and we released the final preview of Alabama, Oklahoma this morning at 8 a.m. Central Time, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, said that Alabama would win 27-20. And before we get to our callers, because man, we got a packed lineup. We got a
we don't have the Diesel Freak or his friend / cousin / brother or whatever he claims to be these days. In there. But we've got two great Alabama callers coming on. Can't wait to get to them.
Oh, here we go. And we'll see what the callers have to say about this, because it's never too early to go shopping for Black Friday or for Christmas, because you got some hats, you got some t-shirts. I don't think that polo shirt will keep you warm, but that Voice College Football polo shirt will keep you warm. That I do know. And we've got the tumbler, the game day mug, and the can cooler. We've got it all. We've got it all right here on Alabama with the Voice College.
You can wear the short sleeve shirt and get the mug and have some hot beverage in there, like hot chocolate or some coffee or whatever. That maybe that combination will work.
Note to self, I really should drink hot chocolate instead of coffee again. It's like I love the hot chocolate. It's that time of the year. Although it'll probably feel like Donald Duck every time he's trying to drink that hot chocolate.
Yeah, like, you're talking about Twice Upon a Christmas, right? Yeah, Twice Upon a Christmas. Dude, he's in that chair, man. They screwed up that chair. Like, that chair is going crazy, man. I mean, he's in the air. He's getting squished in there. It's like just and the fact that the hot chocolate stayed in the mug after all that defies gravity right there, man. And then I mean, I'm going off a tangent now. You remember on that show, man, when he's in the store and all the things are yeah, like it just keeps going on, man. He's going crazy.
I always love the
and then
cartoon.
He destroys that display too, man.
Oh man,
That's a good one.
The cartoon where he's like Just like he's trying to open a window and he just breaks the whole house. Like bro pulls an extension cord. Like he
Man,
pulls the fridge.
yeah.
Oh
And you remember in Once Upon a Christmas when he's going down on that sled that the boys made for him, man?
no.
He's going down that sled. He's like, man, overboard. Dude, there's so many great Donald Duck moments, man. Yeah,
Oh,
he's great, man.
and our first caller, Hunter Ketchum, I think will get us back on the rails for a little bit. How you doing tonight, good buddy?
Hey man, how y'all doing?
Doing
Oh, we're
great.
doing all right. Having a good time for a long time on Alabama with the Voice of College Football.
Well, last week, I felt there was a lot to be desired left on the offensive side of the ball. Thought we played great on defense, for the most part. Um, yeah, I don't know if LSU just presented some challenges on from their defense, that caused some of that. I think some of it was kind of our fault too. I think, Ty Simpson threw some balls that were just a hair too overthrown. But maybe with this week, maybe they're really practicing on him throwing those deep balls with more precision, and we'll be able to do it. That's the thing that last year that Milrow did a really good job of, was throwing the ball in those long passes and making those. And I think Ty's just more good in the medium to short range. But we'll see. What happens this week. You know, Oklahoma's got a good defense, and we just got to come out there and just forget about last week and just in this week.
Absolutely. I mean, the thing is I was a little harsh on the post game show of the performance. You know, a lot of people were like, well, we won. It was a double digit win. I mean, I can't deny that. It from that standpoint, they did what they were supposed to do. They were favored by around that much, and they won by that much. The problem for me is like you said, it was just a lackluster looking game, especially after last season. We completely destroyed LSU in their place with a worse team. This team is better than last year's team. I think we all agree with that. But yet we didn't look that great against LSU. What matters is we won, and our defense was solid. I mean, it got Nussmeier benched, which I still think, unless Nussmeier is dealing with an injury, which I think he is, or some people are saying as much, or whatever the heck's going on there. It made no sense to go to Martin Van Buren or whatever his name is. I know it's not Martin Van Buren. It's just so funny that he's got a presidential last name. Van Buren for LSU. That guy, like, he gave them no chance to win. Zero. It's not, maybe he's not a terrible player, but he was not ready for that. Alabama's defense shut them down. And thankfully for us, they did, because if LSU could have scored in the game, they could have beaten us. That's what Florida State did in week one. We were terrible in that game. Like, our offense probably against LSU was as reminiscent to the Florida State game, I think, as we've seen in a while. I'm not saying it was as bad as that, because obviously Top put up 277. He didn't throw for that much against Florida State. But our run game was not there. Second half, anyway, it looked pretty Florida State-like. It was not great at all, and thankfully LSU just couldn't score.
Right, and I've complained at times this year about our defense and Kane Womack, but no matter what kind of formation or defensive scheme you run, there's always going to be um, weaknesses in those whatever defensive system you're trying to run. And so I've just learned to kind of just give him a pass and go, okay, I guess I'm just so used to the Nick Saban's defenses. And so, watching that for the past 17 years, and then, having to watch this for the past 2 years, it's taken me a little bit of adjusting, but um, I now understand what he's trying to do, and it's working. It's coming together. earlier in the season, I thought, what in the world are we doing? But as the season's going on, he's, got these guys into buying in, and after next year, when all these guys that are new in the program, now they're going to be a year into this system, further into this system, and I think it'll function a lot more efficiently. Um, I want to talk about some individual players that stood out to me, and they stood out for the past 2 weeks. Red Morgan has come. He's come along these last two games. Made some really big tackles. And it's cool to see us throw so many guys in there because you know you'll get to see guys shine a little bit whenever they get in the game and they're able to make plays happen and so seeing him. And I tell you what, I think who's going to be a really, really good player for us, you know, as not just this year, but in the next few years, is London Simmons. That kid is good. He is, really coming along. I mean, I think that, probably, Kalen DeBoer and the defensive staff was probably going to be thinking they were going to be a little bit down on the defensive line this year because of Jeremiah Beeman getting hurt. But, London Simmons is coming to his own and he's done really well. So those are just two players in my mind that stuck out the last 2 weeks, and you know, um, you know, and that's just cool to see these younger guys getting some playing time and some making plays.
Absolutely. You agree with that, Jackson, on those two
Oh, yeah.
players that Hunter mentioned?
It's like I say, great minds think alike.
I think
Hey,
for me, like the entire defense has been pretty good. I mean, there's been moments where they haven't, but it could be just a schematics thing where Kane Womack calls up a certain defensive play, don't work. Most of the time it does, but I mean it's more just sometimes it's scheme. Sometimes it doesn't work on a certain type of team or on a certain play that the other team runs. Because most of the time our defense has been good, and the longer the season's been going on, it looks like Alabama's been increasingly playing more consistently hard on defense. Like they're playing well. There's no issues there. And for the future, it definitely looks like we're pretty, you know, pretty set up to be good, and beyond this season. The offense is good. It ranks good, but the run game is a problem. It just is, because if we play a team that can make Ty Simpson so uncomfortable that he reverts or just struggles or whatever, we're not going to win. I mean, a perfect example, would be, Penn State versus Indiana. Penn State blitzed Indiana all game and made Fernando Mendoza look human. And Fernando Mendoza made a mistake, and Fernando Mendoza redeemed that mistake and squeaked by, and they won. And I know Penn State, a lot of people are like they're a bad team. They still have a lot of talent. The thing is that Alabama is way more talented than Indiana, but Ty Simpson, we've seen with this offense at times where if it gets kind of one dimensional, so much so that we're throwing the ball every down, it can be problematic because the other team knows what we're going to do. I mean, we're not putting any pressure. We're not even making the run game even somewhat respectable. I mean, we basically just quit running the ball against LSU. We just stopped. And it's sad because earlier in the year we were showing some promise. We were doing a little better, but it's going in the wrong direction again. And I don't like to see that because I feel like in the playoffs, when you're playing some of the best teams in college football, you have to be able to run the football at least
agreed.
and get 3 or 4 yards
We
consistently.
gotta get
If we
those
can do
numbers
that,
up.
then Ty Simpson, it would take a lot of pressure off him. We could call more run plays, especially on like a 2nd and 2 or a 3rd and 1. We don't have to go to the air every single time. I'm not saying it's that dire, but our run game is a problem. It's not that good.
Agreed. And
I,
we
well, I
can't.
think I think it's time for us to unleash the deer and let him get in the game and see what the
I like
young
that
kid can
saying.
do.
I like that saying. Unleash the deer.
I
Don't.
mean, let's see what the kid can do. I mean, the only concern would be him in pass protection. Um, and so if they can get him to the point where he is, somewhat comparable in pass protection, let the kid play. Let's see what he can do. I mean, we at this point we got nothing to lose in the run game. I mean, we just got to throw the kitchen sink at him. And I think that if I now this is just me, but if I was, I'm not a football coach by any means, but it seems to me that we've had more success running the ball when um we'll be giving them like the 1-2 punch. What I mean by that is, throw a guy that in there like Kevin Riley, who's really quick and can bust through the seams, and then throwing Daniel Hill, who's a bigger back in there, who can just break tackles and run kind of downhill. And I think at times this year we've been successful in doing that. And you're right, the running the ball is not just a thing you do. It has to be a mindset. And I
Agreed.
don't think that Grubb is has that mindset.
Yeah.
Saban did. Saban had that mindset and that you know and so we just as Bama fans we're gonna have to get used to a Kalen DeBoer who's more of a West Coast style kind of guy, and that's just the kind of ball they run there. And so we're gonna have to get kind of used to it not being, like it was in the Saban days. But that doesn't mean that we're not gonna win games.
Hmm.
And so,
Especially in the playoffs.
right, and so we just got to get better in each week. And the good thing is that I've seen each week in the CBL agreement here, we've gotten better game every week. And so what that means is us going into the postseason. Maybe all of that'll come together that we've gotten incrementally better in certain different areas, different weeks, and now we're able to put that together. In for a deep run of the playoffs and hopefully a national championship.
Yeah, I like what you said about Ryan Grubb and in being the offensive coordinator, the type of style of play that he has on offense. He's done throughout his entire career, and DeBoer basically follows that mindset pretty much too. I remember though when DeBoer was the offensive coordinator at Indiana. Indiana ran the ball pretty well that year,
Yeah.
2019. They were pretty good on the ground. Again, different competition. It's just you have basing it off past experience. But now Grubb, like you have the Washington example, and yeah, they were pass heavy, but I still feel like they ran the ball all right. But again, different competition that they were playing against, bad defenses, whatever. It's more so for me. The problem I see is that they try to run and they don't do that good, so then they just quit, which I guess is smart because it's like, okay, well, it's not working, so let's stop doing what's not working. The issue is that since you stop doing it, the other team knows that.
Well,
That's the problem.
even when you try to run it and it doesn't work, when you do get them runs where you might get a run where you get 6-7 yards on a play, or maybe even 10 yards, then that opens up play action. And that's why it's got to be a mindset. And I think that's why Saban was always so, you
Mm.
know, had that mindset because that then then it opened up that kind of play. I remember when Kiffins first came to be the coordinator, he started doing a lot more passing, but we always had good running backs, so we were able to open up the play action plays and stuff like that. And now, one of the things that Saban got away from in his last few years at Alabama that I didn't like, and I wish we had gotten back to, that this staff really likes to do, I like them screens that we
Yeah.
do. And we do. We used to do that a lot. I remember back when T.J. Yeldon was at Alabama, we used to do that a lot because he was a fast player and get the in the back. I don't know if y'all remember Marquise Mays but we used to do
Oh
them.
my God, I love watching Mark
Yeah,
Lee Mays. Dude was
yeah.
awesome.
And
Like,
so we used to do that a lot, and then we kind of got away from that. And Saban's, I would say, the last 3 years of his tenure in Alabama, he kind of got away from doing that. Um, but when you got guys like Watson Brooks and
oh, I know.
when you got them type of guys that can give you that, I like to see that utilized. So we're never going to have a team or we're never going to have coaches where they're going to do everything that we personally like 100% of the time. So you just got to let them do it. As long as they're winning ball games, let them do what they want. I mean, there's the one that are running the program, and Kalen knows what he's doing. And so I'm gonna shift the conversation just a little bit, and I'm gonna get off here. Um,
Oh yeah, because we're gonna get to our next caller, but before we do, I want to ask you, Hunter, what is your score prediction for Alabama Oklahoma, and what does Alabama need to do on Saturday?
I hadn't thought about a score prediction. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say 31-21.
Oh, I hope that happens, man. I mean, like that would be
Sounds
awesome.
about what I said. I can't even remember what I said because I never
Oh
remember my prediction.
shoot!
Did I say 31-20? I don't know. Sounds about right.
No.
Some I think we'll win by 10 or 11 points.
Mm.
If we get lucky, we'll beat them by 14.
I'll
Uh,
have you babysit the next call while I turn the screen off. Check your stream, see what you said.
so no, but real quick before I get off here, and I know I gotta get the next caller. Um, uh, you last week we hosted a lot of 5-star recruits,
Mm.
and us having that, being able to do that, and a lot of these kids were from Louisiana, and so now that Brian Kelly's out at LSU, we're gonna be able to capitalize on that, and so I'm really excited to see how this recruiting class comes together for next year, but um. We got to understand too, as fans, that we're not going to have the number one classes every year like we did with Saban. It's a different
That's
world, But we need to get the guys that are going to fit the best for what Kalen DeBoer does, and as long as he's doing that, and you know, and we're getting the guys that we can get. The biggest thing I've been surprised with under DeBoer is how good we've been effective at recruiting defensive backs. That was Nick Saban's specialty. That was always the pitch to defensive backs. Hey, come to Alabama, you're going to be coached by Nick Saban personally. Because he was a defensive backs coach early in his career. So, you know, so yeah, I'm just excited all around. I mean, I like what we're doing in recruiting. I like what we're doing on the field. But I think that I think we're gonna close the season out strong and get ready for the playoffs.
There we go, man. I'm excited because like we basically win the next two games, which I mean, our cupcake game, that's a cinch after Oklahoma. I mean, we'll win that one. We win against Oklahoma. Like we're not only close to getting to SC title game, but we're officially back in the playoffs. Because like
We
that's
just
what's
have to win 2 out of the next 3 to
Yeah, even
at
if we was to lose
baseline.
to
But
Auburn,
if yeah,
even if we do lose to Auburn, which I don't think is gonna happen,
no.
but it's
It'll just
it's Auburn.
Alabama
You never
Auburn
know.
will just be like
it'll
a
be close because it
it'll
always
be
is.
another Auburn lead, and then Auburn blows it. They've been doing that all year.
Just hopefully it's not cardiac arrest like Ja'Cory Brooks, Isaiah
It's like
Bond.
the
Like,
Phineas
can we just
Suburb.
win a little bit more comfortably this time? No, not freak us out.
Auburn, I swear, they're like a Phineas Suburb episode. Like you know what's gonna happen. It's like, oh, I know what I'm gonna do today.
Mom, we're winning.
Phineas Suburb are
But,
building a new
but.
invention. Yep.
Mhm.
And Perry goes up against Doofenshmirtz, and there we go. That's Auburn for you in a nutshell.
All right, guys. We all have a good night.
You too, man. We'll
Yeah,
see
you
you
have a
next
good one,
week.
Hunter.
Stay safe,
Appreciate
stay
it.
warm. It's cold out. And we've got our next caller, and we've got the Godfather SC. And after that, we've got Dr. Buckeye coming in. How you doing tonight, good buddy? Hello, Godfather. You here? Are you here?
I'm on the moon. I had to get my headset tuned in.
There you go.
I had to get the right telephone. We get talk on the telephone to the moon, but I can give you exactly. I'll tell you exactly what Auburn is. Be careful, Daddy. Roll over. You squishing my Marlboros. Anyway, I'm sorry. I said
Oh,
that.
it's
I'm
all
sorry.
right, man. I'll be
It's
back in a
okay.
minute.
It's okay. We're okay with that around these parts.
I'm
I'll
sorry.
be right back. Jeffrey's gonna babysit the show. I'm gonna look for Jeffrey's prediction from Tuesday night show and Only Talk Sports with Will, where he talks sports every single day, or at least tries
I
to.
appreciate that, Jackson. You don't have to do that, but I
I know,
appreciate
but I want to. But I'll be back.
He'll be back. Back in. I put the injured list up. I need to start taking a picture of that and writing it down. Probable, and we had a few people that's injured. I don't know if y'all had seen that or not. Jackson probably saw it on my Facebook page, but on paper, Oklahoma's a lot better team than LSU. The way I look at it, of course, our advantage is Bryant Denny Stadium. Thank the good Lord we got them down there. Of course, it's not going to be a night game. It's a 2:30 kickoff, but it's better than going to Norman. Their defense. You think their defense is better this year than it was last year, Jeffrey? Oklahoma.
That is an interesting question because at times Oklahoma has been very solid on defense, but at other games they really haven't. I mean, the Ole Miss game, they allowed Ole Miss to basically run all over them. So I'm trying to pull up Oklahoma real quick and see.
What's their record? Are they 5-5 or?
Oklahoma's like I think they're 8-7-2.
Oh, okay. They've got a better schedule. I haven't kept up. I haven't kept up.
Yeah, they're 7-2. They're 2 losses. They lost to Texas 23-6 because their quarterback Mateer was hurt in that game, and it definitely cost them. And then they lost to Ole Miss 34-26 at home. That's the game. I was watching that game, and Ole Miss pretty much controlled the game outside of a brief stint in the fourth quarter that Oklahoma took the lead. But, I mean, Oklahoma giving up 34 to Ole Miss, you could say that's not bad because Ole Miss is good offensively, but still, that's a lot of points. And they gave up 27 to Tennessee. And that's with Tennessee having like 4 turnovers. The advantages Oklahoma has here is the fact that they have the confidence in beating Alabama already because they did it last year with Venables, completely destroyed us. Mateer's getting healthy again, and they've already won in a tough environment at Tennessee because Neyland's basically just as great of an environment as Bryant Denny. We're better than Tennessee, though. And they have a bye, which you can look at the bye and say, hey, it's a positive that they have a bye, or you can say it's a negative because they could be rusty now. The bye week, some teams come off bad off buys, some teams come off really good off buys. It's really hard to say. But they have some advantages coming into this game. I just think the Bryant Denny advantage. I mean, DeBoer has never lost at home yet. I mean, that's huge. So
here we go.
But, I mean, to answer your question, I think that their defense is good. I don't really know. I'd have to look at this actual statistics to be able to answer that, and Jackson probably would be better suited of finding that. But, I mean, I can maybe search that up really quick.
Oh, Oklahoma's had some great defensive numbers this season.
Is their defense better than last year's? That's Godfather's question.
Oh, yeah. It's way better. Okay, get out of there, ads. We don't want the stupid ads.
They've had games though where they've given up a lot of yards, though. That's what I'm saying, though.
Maybe we need back to 2011 defense where we gave up about, what was it, 8.2 or 9.2 a game. I think it was somewhere along in there, and 61 defense gave up even less than that. Alabama's had some great defenses over the years. I don't think they're going to have quite that good a defense on Saturdays. But, I mean, their defense has gotten better every week, in my opinion. I mean,
Oklahoma, let's see. They're, 1, 2, 3, 7th in points allowed per game on defense. They're 4th in the nation in rushing yards allowed per game. Let me see. Alabama's better than than Oklahoma in passing yards allowed per game. So Alabama's allowed less passing yards than Oklahoma has.
Maybe this is the game the running game breaks out. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
You
Let me
never know.
see. Alabama, let me see.
I'm not knocking Jim. I'm not.
10th in passing yards allowed per game.
Yeah.
23rd in passing yards allowed per game by
Oh, goodness.
Oklahoma. Oklahoma in total yards allowed per game is 7th in the nation.
Pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah, they've been a lot better than where we're at. And we've got 40 people watching. Come on in. Come on in now
in
at
here.
the Alabama Call-In Show. Come on, give your take on your take on the Crimson Tide. We always want to hear your takes, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm not knocking on Jim Miller, but I don't think he's the same running back as he was last year. I mean, injuries sometimes get into people's head, affect people differently than it does other people. We're all different. But to me, the best back we have right now, I mean, if Jim stay behind his blockers and he's trying to, I think he's trying to press it too hard, and I've got to hit. Well, the hole's not there. It's not big enough. I'm gonna bounce it outside. Maybe I get 15, 20 yards. It's not happening. And of course, Daniel Hill is out producing him. I think in the long run. Of course, he's a lot bigger back, and if you bigger, I mean, I don't mean he's stronger, but you would think he would be in 246 pounds. He's got some legs on him. I think he's about 6'1", but Jam, I don't know. He's just dancing around quite a bit. Of course, I can't play football. I mean, not anymore. But Alabama's got they're not. We're not going to have the running game that we've had in the past. I heard a guy say last night, and then I'll let y'all get to Dr. Buckeye. They were giving top fives this and top fives that. Top five best players in Alabama history. I remember Musso. I remember a lot of them. Derrick Henry probably was the best running back Alabama's ever had. When it comes to size, strength, ability to cut, and they just walk off and leave you, uh, and then take by strength, just grab you by the chest like he done that Michigan State guy, and sort of like he done him.
Oh man, Samson Gash.
Yeah.
Trevor and I talked a little bit about him, but there's a video clip that's already out on Alabama with the Voice of College Football where we gave our take on Samson Gash possibly flipping from Michigan State to Alabama, because after all, it is flip season. I mean, you really want to be at the uncertainty of what's going to happen with Jonathan Smith, and do you want to be at the school that screwed over Alabama in 1966? No, come on over to Bama. And besides, Michigan State will live off 1966 or 2013. We live in the future in Tuscaloosa.
Right.
I don't think that
is-
1966 game has anything to do with the decision, Jackson, but I respect it. I respect your statement, though.
It was kind of like Bo Jackson and Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders said, I ran up on him and caught him, but he gave me that stiff arm and drove me in the ground and said, God bless you, son. He walked right on in the end zone on me is what he said he told him. But, I mean, we don't have the running backs that has that capability, not even a TJ Yeldon. We got some great running backs. Don't get me wrong. Here we're going to go. Well, he's stepping on their throat again. He's not a real Alabama fan. Damn, the truth is right there in front of your face. Can you not see it? It's not that I'm not an Alabama fan. We've just had better running backs. I'm sorry. I mean,
yeah, I mean, anybody that is comparing our running backs currently to some of our greatest running backs of all time clearly does not remember our greatest running backs of all time. And yes, our offensive line, some of those years that we had those great running backs, were probably better than this year's, but our offensive line is not awful either. We're just not getting good yards on the ground. I mean, Daniel Hill, he like people are saying that he's the best back. I mean, the reason why people are saying that he is the best back is because he's probably the best back for right now. With the way our team is playing and the way the running game is going, Daniel Hill is probably your best option to get 3 or 4 yards consistently every time just because he's as big as he is. That doesn't mean he's necessarily the best back on the team. But for what we need and for what we got to have when it comes to big games down the line, if you, again, need to pick up 3 or 4 yards, he's probably the best for that. He might actually be the best back. I still think, like, Jam Miller is better. But, yes, Jam Miller is not the same. It's a shame because he was really good. I mean, clearly he wasn't as good as Mark Ingram or Derrick Henry or Josh Jacobs or none of that. But again, those guys were insane. They were even Najee Harris to a lesser extent. All those guys, right? I mean, Jam Miller was never there, but I mean, he had pretty high draft potential. It shocked people that he came back, to an extent. And at the beginning of the year, most of his yards have actually come at the beginning of the season, and then he got hurt again. Yeah. He's been hurt twice in the last few months, and since the second injury, and he's come back, he just hasn't looked the same. I think when he's fully healthy, I think he's our best back, but he's not playing very well right now, sadly. Like you mentioned, the Deer. The Deer probably needs a shot. I mean, Riley has been given some chances. I like some of what he brings. Oh, yeah. Richard Young is completely fallen off. I don't know what happened there. Richard Young was supposed to be, according to a lot of people, our best back by a million, and he hasn't done squat. I don't know if he got hurt. I don't know what's going on with Richard Young, but he's been a non-factor. Yeah, I mean, Daniel Hill, again, Jam Miller's best all-around back, but he's not playing great right now because I think the injuries have set him back.
There's no more Johnny Musso. There's no more, Bobby
Oh,
Humphrey.
man, the Italian stallion.
There's no more Bobby Humphrey. There's no more Kerry Good. I knew the Good guys as I played against them in high school.
No more Derrick Henry. No more Mark Ingram. No more Trent Richardson. Oh, man.
I mean, you got no more. I mean,
Nate Ogilvie.
Sean Alexander. I mean, I would hate to debate.
Sean Alexander made Sean Madonna thought that puberty voice in 1999.
It was that better, or was Gus Johnson better this past weekend?
It was better. Gus Johnson was better.
Either one's fine with me. I don't care.
Gus Johnson, man, he lost his voice, man.
We got to win. Alabama has to win with what they have, and that's what every team has to do. And you have to accept what you have. You have, what kind of made me feel better is you didn't see as much rotation on the offensive line. I think DeBoer has told them, okay, here, you 5 guys is it. All right, you either gonna make it or you're not gonna make it.
Rotating an offensive line does not really make sense. I mean,
no, it doesn't.
A lot of positions it makes sense to rotate players, like receivers, bring your 4th or 5th guy in. Running backs, you switch them out. Some defensive guys, you switch them out. But O-line, most of the best teams out there, when you're in a big game, you don't bring your backups in, man. You ride your starters, and they play the entire game. That's just how that's supposed to go. You're not really supposed to be switching them out. If you're switching them in and out, it's not usually a good thing.
No, that sort of made me feel a little bit better against LSU. It just told them, y'all we're going to ride y'all the rest of the season unless somebody gets hurt. So root hog or die. But anyway, this is a great show on Thursday night. Everybody, we've got quite a few in the chat, some more people on the phone. So I hope everybody the best the rest of the week. And I hope that we can pull another victory out, and the little East Illinois team, we get to play some guys that don't get any playing time. That might help us against Auburn if somebody was to get hurt. And it's definitely as practice and help us in the SEC championship game if we make it. And the playoff, we'll see. There's a lot of
playoffs.
There's a lot of things that could happen, but if Alabama loses one more game, I think if you lose it to Auburn, does it look that bad? Well, it's an in-state rivalry. I said I was going to shut up, but if you lose to Oklahoma, they might not look at it as bad because Oklahoma's a better football team. You can't lose to Eastern Illinois, Andy. You can't do that. I mean,
you don't have to worry about that. Like we'll be smacking Eastern Illinois.
People are still talking about the Citadel 10-10.
Oh yeah.
People don't talk about the fact that we won the game like 60-10. So again, it's like, who cares? You know,
Hey, who cares?
it's still being talked about years later.
But we love Indiana. It looks good. Signetti is he's my kind of coach. That's why I like to watch Indiana, because I know
We
what he's
learned a
going to.
lot from Saban.
Kurt
Yeah, that's why.
Signetti
Yeah,
is like the last bastion of Nick Saban, man.
Yeah.
Like, true. Like,
is.
he acts like him so much in his own way. But it's great.
You know.
I don't know how people cannot like him. I understand when a team's winning, especially a team like Indiana that's never won, and now they are, like, oh, your instincts to want to destroy them, and they're, whatever. But it's like, dude, how can you not like Kurt Signetti? People say the dude's a butthole. I don't see it. I don't see it. I think the dude's got a unique personality, and I think for a football coach, it works tremendously.
I grew up in a different time and age when that's what you got. When we played, you got your ass chewed out, or you run 10 100s, or you run grinders. Most people don't even know what a grinder is. That's running around the field till you
Well, I can
tongue.
tell you, Waylon, that people have a different idea of what that means today. Sadly.
Yeah,
grinder.
exactly. You run around the field till your tongue. You stepping on your tongue. That's what a grinder was. But I mean, but anyway, great show on Thursday night. Y'all be safe. I'll catch y'all Saturday, maybe after the ball game, but definitely on only Talk Sports with Jeffrey on Saturday night. We may have to have a big party Saturday night. You never know. The return of Caden, the Diesel Freak. He may be back, Jeffrey.
He's
He
everywhere.
may be back off on it right now. The whole time we've been live, I mean, he's lurking in the shadows, guys.
He's in there.
Oh yeah,
He's spamming me. I don't know if he's been spamming you, Jackson. He's been spamming me the whole time. Bleh, just vomiting all over our show. So he's out there. He's still lurking out there.
We're gonna let Dr. Buckeye have him. We'll send him on up there and let Dr. Buckeye straighten him out. He's a doctor, so he might be able to give him a shot or something, calm him down. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. Y'all be safe, and we'll catch y'all Saturday evening. And I hope we have a big victory here. We need it. We got to have it with no injuries and move on. Y'all be good. We'll see y'all Saturday evening.
See you
Appreciate
Saturday
it, Godfather. Hope you have a great night. Always love our conversations. It's always a great time. And I agree. Roll Tide, roll. We need a big win on Saturday.
There you go. Oh man, this too funny. I mean,
he's just spamming us, Jackson. Like he's got nothing else better to do. Like, I know. Call in, Caden. Just call in. Remember, he's disappeared. His best friend is taking over his account, and then he created a whole other account. And it's like, dude, like what are you doing right now? What are you doing?
Oh my God.
He's just spamming the whole time. I've gotten how many of these messages have I gotten now? I've got like 10 of them since the show started.
So I'm posting a reply to the creator of the Owl House who worked at Gravity Falls. I'm literally talking about a cartoon show, right? And she's saying unsubscribe for Disney Plus, yada yada yada. I'm saying I'm still mad at the fact Disney screwed over the Owl House. Not cool to do that. Da 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 da. But then we see Cade the Diesel Freak. He's replied to me saying Alabama's overrated as Disney, and I can't stand y'all's BS.
Whoa! You're telling me that Cade the Diesel Freak responded to a comment you made about the Owl House and somehow turned it into Bama? Oh, okay, getting killed again. Which again, y'all remember the Bama meat? The Bama meat. Where's the Bama meat? Okay, I'm failing. All Alabama's doing is feasting. I'm failing to understand here.
So here's my evidence right here. Damn, dude, you ain't got nothing better to do. You ain't got nothing better to do.
I mean, dude, like what? Like what?
Oh my God.
I mean, he sent me a whole video, Jackson. He probably sent it to you. He sent me a whole video of him talking, Alabama and Ole Miss. It's over. Whatever he's on it.
He's tagging me and you and Leanne and
Leanne and Richie. Richie. Dude, look at this guy, man. I mean, I'm sorry. He deserves it. I don't even care. I'm usually not like this man. but I don't even care. He deserves this, man. He deserves. I gotta pull this dude up, man. Like this guy. Look at this guy, man. Here he is. I want to apologize when Ohio State kicked Alabama and Ole Miss's butt. This dude, I mean, like, he's sending me this at midnight last night. Midnight.
Is the sound on? Oh, sound's not on yet on the video.
Why?
He's so intimidating. He's so intimidating. But
you know what? Let's turn the audio, man.
Hey everybody. It is Caden the Diesel Freak coming to you from my secret hideaway house. Ohio State fans, 9-0 about to go 12-0. But here's the thing. Ole Miss and Alabama trying to fight for the SEC title, I see. Either one of you steps up in the playoffs this year and plays Ohio State, I'd advise a little piece of advice. Don't write checks with your mouth. That's your rear end.
We're not writing checks, Caden. Because nobody write checks.
If one of y'all play Ohio State, Leanne Herrick, Jackson Johnson, it's not going to end well for either one of your fan bases if Ohio State blows the brakes off of either one.
Oh, God.
And we all know
you're not doing it,
bases
Caden.
are going to cry, complain. Losing to Ohio State was the worst thing. I heard every complaint from Alabama fans. Oh, heck, I can bet Jackson Johnson's going to be on the internet crying. Jeffrey's going to be crying. Alabama Richie's going to be crying.
Actually, I'm writing an article on goodbye.
Tell Lane Kiffin I won't apologize when Ohio State beats the brakes off of Ole Miss in the playoffs. Because when they do, I'm not going to apologize. That's their fault. They signed the dotted line to
Where
get
did they
beat
sign?
by the number one team.
I didn't sign a thing, man.
Neither did I.
10-time national champions. The reigning, defending, undisputed national champion Ohio State Buckeyes. Mark my words. We're reigning.
He looks like that Sesame Street character, man.
Undisputed national champions. And soon to be back-to-back undisputed national champions. So take my word for it. You know, Jackson Johnson, see Bama in 2027 in the big house in Columbus. The Devil's Prison in Columbus.
dude into it. And it's like, all right, this dude, I mean, he's making faces like that Sesame Street guy. You remember that Sesame Street guy, man? You're like, it's like I don't even understand. Like, I'm legitimately trying not to make fun of this dude here. But I mean, like, clearly he likes to troll. He likes to troll, and that's fine. Trolls are all over the internet. There's nothing wrong with trolling. But this dude, I mean, we would not have even brought this dude up. This dude's been spamming the crap out of us on Twitter. The whole show just vomiting about our show. That entire display was vomit material, Caden, and I'm not spamming you with vomit emojis. Like, what the flip? He sent that to us at midnight.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I'm trying not to, man, but he looks like a Sesame Street guy when he's doing those faces.
Oh, Lucas says that me and Jackson, yep, we got $1 each from Monday from a wonderful show called Whistles. Oh, he probably will. He probably will.
That's the thing. I mean, the dude telling me, "Oh, this is the last time you're ever gonna hear from me, Jeffrey. It's all over. I'm no longer welcome on the Voice of College Football, and I'm never going to show my face again." And then literally next show, he's back on her. He's literally back on her as Caden's friend. Caden's friend, but somehow Caden's friend has control of Caden's account. Oh, yeah. And then he creates a new account 2 minutes later, and it's still Caden's friend. It's Caden. I mean, he's writing the same way. Like, if you at least want us to buy it as somebody else, maybe write a little bit different, but I can kind of tell when it's Caden the way that he types. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of noticeable, you know? I don't know. He's up there,
so
man.
funny.
He's up there as one of the craziest
posting
trolls,
a
dude. That's all I know.
reply.
He's a troll, man.
Oh man, I'm literally posting a reply about a cartoon show, and he's just like spamming me, and he's spamming you. Like, my God.
Yeah, I mean, he's spamming me, dude, at midnight with that video. I mean, I'm like, I didn't even see it until today. I mean, I wake up, I check Twitter, and then I'm seeing Caden's head. I'm seeing Caden's head on there, man, and I'm like, what is he doing?
Hey, what's up, Lucas? How you doing tonight, good buddy?
I'm pretty much sick of Caden at this point, bro. Every time I gotta get on a call, every time I hear this is the last time you'll see me, and then the very next day he's in the comments section, I just milk it up at this point in time.
And I told him that, Lucas. I'm like, you're gonna be back next show, well, in some form, whether it's your friend, cousin, brother, mother-in-law, you're gonna come back in some form. I have no idea. AI, President Trump, somebody. You're gonna come back as somebody.
Thank you for giving me an idea, Jeffrey.
It's probably gonna be his Uncle Daddy or something.
Thank you for giving me an idea, Jeffrey. I'm about to just spam AI Donald Trump memes at this dude now.
Literally, he did. He came on this show with an AI Donald Trump. And the AI Donald Trump was trolling Caden.
Yeah.
Jeffrey, you know that Ohio State is the best. You know that we're going to go 12-0 this year. We're going to win the national championship. We're the best of all time.
And the AI Trump said he was beat with President G. And I looked up the latest thing of Trump to see if it was real, which I didn't think it was the real Trump. And I'm looking it up to see if it's real. It's like, yeah, it's a fake. It's a fake.
Hey, we're on the Caden attack train right now, man. Aaron, this is update Caden the Diesel Freak right here. 1 minute ago.
Right.
Oh,
Is he okay? Because I remember he called into one of my shows whenever I first started with South Carolina. I got a text from one of my family friends that said, "Dude, are you live?" I said, "Yes, I am. I'm watching and listening to this idiot."
Did you read this, Lucas?
I'd rather listen to my crazy ex-girlfriend about drinking her breast milk than listen to Crimson Tide BS. Brother, holy cow, you are crazy.
I mean, he's been spamming me the whole time, and he knows what he's doing. He's doing this knowing we're going to react, knowing we're going to talk about it. He thinks he's going to be like the next famous, he's Mr. Beast or something, man. I don't know. I don't even care. Like, literally, dude, he's just trolling us. But, I mean,
has he and Burt had the debate yet?
Oh, they've debated.
Nobody can take this dude seriously.
They debated about 3-4 times. Once on Caden's channel, and 2-3 other times on here.
Oh my gosh! So they don't do this in their spare time. They get on Twitter and they spam each other, or I mean, then they spam y'all and get y'all involved in this, because this is crazy.
I just write stuff, man. Oh, Roll Tide. Hashtag Kurt Signetti is one of the greatest coaches I've ever seen. Blah, 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 blah. Nobody cares about Indiana. They're going to get wrecked by Ohio State. And until they beat Ohio State, they're not elite. And I'm just like,
here's the problem with Ohio State fans, in particular Caden. The problem is that you can't reason with them, and you're not going to change their opinion because of the same BS. No.
No one
That's
likes
the same
them,
thing that I
Lucas,
had
because
with an
they
Oregon
just
fan
attack
earlier
you.
today.
This is
because an Oregon fan is going to tell me, "Oh, this is Oregon has better losses compared to Kentucky or Florida." Well, Oregon is in the running for a college football playoff. Kentucky and Florida are not. What is your point here?
Yeah, there's no point.
Oh my god, he's spamming he's spamming the show that's live on App.
Why is he not in the freaking group? Why is he not in the YouTube chat?
He's
That's
not
what
in
I'm
the YouTube
questioning.
chat. He's not calling in. He's just spamming our Twitters.
So he has nothing better to do than to spam the Twitter
with vomit emojis. This has been going on the entire show, and now he's starting to talk about his crazy ex-girlfriend and all that. There's going crazy right there.
Thank you, Kaden, for having us break the fourth wall inside the 16th wall.
There is again. There's another notification. I don't know if that's Kaden again, but
Oh my gosh! I turned off all of my Twitter
Good news. It's just
notifications.
somebody liking my comment this time. Is somebody liking my comment this time?
Okay, good. Finally, man. Finally, some.
I turned off all my Twitter notifications a long time ago. I don't get any of my notifications because I don't feel like having my phone blow up every 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Oh man, are we breaking the fourth? We're breaking the fourth wall inside 16th wall inside 64th wall inside the okay, 64 times
256.
Yeah,
I guess
256 wall. That's right.
I guess I came in at a great time knowing that what y'all were talking about. So hey, because as soon as I see you guys live, Jackson, literally I popped up your live stream because I'm about to go to bed myself. And I just see y'all hammering on Kate, and I'm like, because I'm about to go to bed myself.
Oh crap!
I know it was perfect timing. I mean, the thing that's so funny is I try to ignore, and that is the path of action that we're just going to have to take, and we're just gonna have to ignore this dude. But everybody in the chat just needs to see what kind of crazy crap this dude is pulling. Yeah. Because it is ridiculous that I'm getting spammed at midnight at 1 a.m. and while we're live by this dude. I mean, trying to DM me at all hours, telling me how crappy Alabama football is. We know that Ohio State is good. We know. We do not need to know that they are going to kill us and beat our you-know-whats and win by 50 against it. You lost to Michigan last year. You are beatable like every other team. You are a really great team. He don't even play for the team. He acts like he influences the team and makes the team better. He has no impact on the team. And he said that he knows Caleb Downs. He does not know Caleb Downs. This dude does not know Caleb Downs. All right. Caleb Downs don't even follow him on Twitter. He's got 11 followers. I should know. I've seen his profile. The dude does not. Half of what 95% of what he says is total malarkey. That's why he's a troll. He's a funny troll, and I laugh at what he does, but the spamming crap is like, all right, like, why are we doing this right now?
You two have been around the voice of college football for a while. Name your top 3 callers that have come in through here.
Oh my god.
We know Caden is going to be on here. Where does he rank?
Well, we have some options, Jackson. We have some options. I mean, you remember the Notre Dame
Is Godfather still in the chat, Jackson?
Yes, he is. He's still in the chat.
He needs to get involved with this too. Godfather, name your top 3.
You remember that, right, Jackson? The Notre Dame thing.
Oh man.
You know.
Man, we've had like hosts
1984 BYU guy.
Oh, I don't think Chris Foot is called on here.
He hasn't called in a long time. Was he the guy that tried to play the theme song or whatever to one of the teams, or like Michigan or whatever? He was trying to play like the band.
Are you
song
talking about the Menace to Sports guy?
I don't know if that's him. You know what I'm talking about, right, Jackson? Remember, Mark had to cut him off because he was playing.
Yeah,
that guy.
I think he's a regular caller, but oh man, but that's the bright side of Cade doing his shenanigans, because we get to break the fourth wall inside the 16th wall inside the 64th wall inside the 256 wall again.
Hey, Tim Prangley and Mark's calls are top.
Oh man,
that's peak.
Caden is 1, Smook is 2. What? Smook's on this list?
Oh yeah, he called. Yeah,
He calls in?
he called in once, but that was it.
Oh, I was about to say.
Yeah,
I
Just
saw
one
Carter.
call.
I saw Carter called in last week. I was like, "What the hell? What is Carter doing up at 10:30 at night?"
Yeah, Carter was coming on to talk about how LSU's colors were better than Alabama.
Oh my gosh.
apparently.
I was like, dude, the colors don't matter, man. I'm like, you would love to have our history. He was like, I would never switch with man. I'm like, if Nick Saban stayed at LSU, then yeah, you would. You
Oh my
would.
gosh. He's not going to LSU. That's not even gonna.
Apparently, Caden had a message for you and I, Lucas.
Oh God have mercy. He doesn't
Lucas
even know
Hill
my.
is lucky that Ohio State is not beating the crap out of South Carolina.
He doesn't
who
even have
cares?
my Twitter handle, and it's in the freaking under. And it's in my bio.
Hey, he's got mine and Jackson's because he's spamming us all the time, man.
I'm glad because I
Yeah,
get
now
like
he's
50
spamming you.
notifications.
He just vomited us again. He just vomited some more Bama meat.
You know what? I don't care if he vomits. He can vomit all he wants. As long as I get super chats from him, I am good to go.
I know, right?
This, you know that.
Good night,
this.
fellas. I'm going to bed.
You
Thank
sleep
you,
well,
Lucas. You have a great night.
College football is even more exciting.